I thought that was peace and love. I didn't know.
Man giving signals there. That always makes me nervous when they count you down. I mean, I figure just let it happen.
That's it.
Yeah. You don't waste a second. I noticed that little break we had there, do you still drive yourself to the brink of exhaustion or over the brink, or do you stop just this side of the brink?
No, I still like having fun. I still like doing nutty things like that, but yeah. I'm 45, and I've been married almost a year, and I've been in the hospital 4 times. Because my wife is 25, that's why I've been in the hospital 4 times. No, seriously, I love working. I love to work. But I found that in the last couple of years, in the last year particularly, I have contained the offstage activity. So that when you're coming here to do this show, get your thing together, man, so that you can do it and have fun doing it. Yeah. But when I leave here, and I go back to the solitude of our private lives, whether it be in a hotel or a house, then I relax. I love to relax.
But that's a change for you, isn't it? You used to be on when you were off as well as when you were
all
on.
The time. All the time.
Well, I wonder what changes in you. Does it have to do with age?
I think that has a lot to do with it. The steps get a little steeper. The notes get a little harder to hit. Yeah. And you need rest. The truth of the matter is I've been ill a couple of times in the last year and a half. Seriously ill. And I mean, kind of close for me. And close to the point that it looked like I'd have to take 2 or 3 years off to rest.
From work, from overwork?
From overwork. Yeah. And I've also got a good cat who is my partner, Simosh, who takes care of things for me. And he's been with me. We've been together now. We've been friends for 15, 16 years, but...
How long have you known each other?
Oh, about a week. No, he was the man that fought for me to get me on television. You know, he fought for me to get me dramatic shows on television. Yeah. And he's a good friend, but he's also a good business manager, a good business partner. And when he joined me, he got me my first vacation that I had had in about 6 years. That was the first thing he accomplished.
You
and
must
also
have
got
forgotten
my debts paid up, you know.
Your debts?
Yep.
Are you bad with money?
No, I think I'm pretty good with it.
That's the problem.
Yeah, I go like a sailor, whoopee.
You know what money's for then, I see. But it's fairy money, really, isn't it, in show business, as the English say?
Yeah, I guess
The English can get away with saying it's fairy money, but... Now, I've heard the English use that expression, it's fairy gold that you make in show business. It vanishes at the touch of the fingers.
Well, I think there's a realization that comes. I think that a man, any man, proportionately to what he makes should be allowed. If it's a cat that's a construction cat and he makes $10,000 a year, I think he needs to blow $100 just on something stupid and dumb. Just a good time, whoopee. Yeah. Just good time. I think if I make $2.5 million, I'm entitled to blow maybe $5,000-$10,000 out of the year. Just blow it. I mean, if I feel like just going whoopee out the window.
Yeah. Well, where are you going to do that next? A lot of us could.
But I don't think you have a right to deny your family or the personal needs. I don't think you should be in debt up to your ears, which I was. You know, I make no bones about it, man. I'm not, nor am I proud about it.
Yeah.
But I do feel that there's a happy medium that you can reach and keep your family secure and live in a style that you like and do the things you want to do without worrying. If I don't work tomorrow, man, I'll be on welfare. You know.
Wow.
And I was at that point one time. That's why I work
amazing.
so much.
People can't believe that, you know. They think, another thing people can't believe is when someone appears on a show like this and they say, they'll do a joke about working for scale or something like that, and people think, I'd be willing to spend one night for $265 or $320 or whatever it is. It's hard for them to believe that that actually can be meaningless money to someone who has enormous taxes, enormous financial problems and all. You know, and they always think that they get a kind of, but it's true. It is true.
It is true.
Yeah. Why is it that some people are born able to imitate Humphrey Bogart and others are not? It isn't fair. It isn't. I have always thought that it would be.
I don't know. was like, see, I'm a lucky cat, you know. I've been lucky all my life, you know, because I wanted to do impersonations. When I came out of the Army in the 40s, I had the good fortune of hanging around Hanson's when it was open, and Will Jordan and Larry Storch and Dick Wesson, and all those guys were working the theaters up and down the street. And they taught me. We would sit there in the afternoon, and I would start to do something, and all of the impressionists would hang out on the corner. And I'd say, hey, I got one. I think I got one. I think I finally got Jimmy Stewart. And you know, and Will or Larry Storch would say, no, you haven't got it, man. That isn't. It's got to be up here. You got it too low. And when you do it, you got to have a sort of a draw behind it, so that it disappears in here. And then you realize, hey, man, all of the exciting cats, you know, I love Elliot Gould. I cannot impersonate him. So I figured...
I never heard anyone do Elliot Gould.
I don't think you're gonna.
I don't think I am either.
Because it's hard to do, because we've gone to the natural.
Yeah.
And, you know, I defy someone to imitate the man that played Joe.
In the movie.
Yeah. Because he's so natural, he's so us, that it becomes almost impossible. But yet and still there are guys today who really swing with impressions, you know. Frank Gorshin scares you to death, you know, and many other cats around.
Is it true that you do Olivier? I've never heard anyone do Olivier.
Of course I do Olivier.
You do Olivier?
Yes.
Really?
Well, what would you like to hear me do from Olivier?
A couple acts from King Lear would be nice.
Well, he only did Lear once. How about Richard III?
I'll settle for Dick III.
Okay.
Now is the winter of our discontent, made glorious summer in this son of York, since I cannot, by rightful claim, my way to the throne, I shall hack and hew my way instead.
Oh, that's great. That's not how I do it, but that is. That is, he did that very strange voice when he did. A lot of people criticized him for that. They thought it was too caricatured for the role.
But he does it all because he felt, Sir Laurence told me that he felt that with the humpback, that he wanted to have
a voice that was in here.
Yeah.
And when he did Hamlet, because Hamlet is so fey, he did another thing. Speak the speech, I pray you, as I pronounced it to you, trippingly on the tongue. But if you mouth it, as many of your players do, I leave very fey here. Yeah. Which is what an impressionist has to catch.
I could listen to impressions for days on end without being bored by them. I just love them.
How about my Willie Bess?
How does your Willie Bess stack up to other Willie Besses?
Do you know who Willie Bess was, Dick?
Willie Bess? No, not exactly. I knew most of the Bess family, but Willie, you know, was a retiring
Willie Bess
type.
was the black comedian who did the things in the old days, which I guess some people would say was Uncle Tom, but I considered him a character actor. So to me, if I can do Cagney, I can do Willie Bess. He was a cat with Bob Hope and the Ghostbreakers, who mumbled. Remember the
movie, The Ghostbreakers?
When he says, I don't know what they're doing around here. I'm around here in this room. Around here with the body. I do a good Willie Bess.
That's amazing. To go from Sir Laurence Olivier to Willie Bess must hurt. It must be just...